Hey guys, Atharv here. Welcome back to Avionics. Today we are going to learn about food and where does it come from. Now, I know some of you might find this topic a little boring, but actually if you go a little deep in it, it's actually very interesting. So let's get started. So I have my stylus here to underline all the things. What did you eat at home? What did you what Find out what your friend ate today. Did you eat the same kind of food yesterday and today? We all eat different kinds of food at different times, isn't it? So what it's basically saying is you uh, uh, you eat a different kind of meal every day. Like someday you can have pav bhaji, someday you can have rice, someday you can have kadi chawal, someday you can have etc. There seems to be so much variety in the food we eat. Look at figure 1.1. Where is figure? Yes, there is a activity, so you can do this activity. What are these food items made of? Think about the rice cooked at home. We take raw rice and boil it in water. Just two materials or ingredients are needed to prepare a dish of boiled rice. On the other hand, some food items are made with many ingredients to prepare vegetable curry. We need different kinds of vegetables, salt, spices, oil, and so on. So that it's basically saying is we also use different types of ingredients for making different kinds of foods. Yeah, so it was saying in that paragraph that this is an activity you can do this at home. Now table 1.1, what do we eat? What do we eat? Name of the student or friend. So I'm just going to write my name for the sake of it right now. You can write whoever your friend's name. Food items eaten in one day. So in one day, how many food items you eat? Food items in a day. 3 food items, right? Yeah. Actually, make that 4 for a late night snack. Now, my friend, which is also a third, just pretending, and he eats 3. And there is another Atharv which eats only 2 because he is not that hungry. So different kinds sometimes. Table 1.2, food items and their ingredients. So let's write like a salad. So a salad, right? So a salad basically the ingredients are sorry about that. Vegetables. Yep, vegetables, and there are lots of other things, etc. Lots of, actually there are quite a few vegetables, fruits. Now it's just in 2 words, but there are lots of fruits and vegetables, right? And actually some mayo to make it a flavor. Next, what do we find? Now what do we find? It probably means by down different food items. This is yeah, there we are. What do we find? Do we find some ingredients common for different food items? Discuss in class. So where do these ingredients come from? 1.2 food materials and sources. It may be easy for us to guess the sources of some of the ingredients that we listed in a table 1.2. Fruits, vegetables, for instance, figure 1.2a. So that's a thing for you. Where do they come from? So that was figure 1.2a. So that's you can do. Where do they come from? Plants, of course. Yes, those food items that you just saw, these plant sources, A, you can circle that if you want. Yes, plant sources. These are from plants, of course, dal and these vegetables, those are pure plants. Yes. What are the sources of rice, wheat? You may have seen paddy or wheat fields with rows and rows of plants which give us these grains. Figure 1.3. So it's figure 1.3. Yes, these are also of idli, paddy and all, wheat. Figure 1.3. And then there are food items like milk, eggs and meat which come from animals. Yes, these are eggs. They come from a chicken. There. Next one. Activity 3. This is an activity you can do. Now we go to table 1.3. Ingredients used to prepare food items and their resources. Food item is idli, so these are all the main ingredients of it. So you can see all of these. You can understand how it actually works. Now this is something that they were telling us, a field of plants. It was in the above paragraph, as you just saw. You may have seen paddy or wheat fields grow in rows and rows of plants. Click there. That's it. That's number 1 that you have to keep in mind. Keep in mind that. And in the earlier times, actually still use it now, we use buffaloes to carry all the plants and wheat in bags. Sorry about the notification. What do we conclude from activity 3? Plants are the sources of food ingredients like grain, cereal, vegetables, fruits. Animals provide us with milk, meat products and eggs. Cows, goats and buffaloes are some common animals which give us milk. Now what it's basically saying is, you might have seen a cow and it gives milk, and goats also give milk, and buffaloes also give milk. Sorry about that. So that's it. Are some common animals which give milk, gives us milk. Milk and milk products like butter, cream, cheese and curd are used all over the world. Can you name some other animal which gives us milk? So this is an activity for you. Write your answer down in the comments. I want to see them. So you can give us milk. This is a question for you. This is a question for you. So write down your answer in the comments. I want one animal that gives milk too, but it should not be one of these. 1.3. Plant parts and animal products as food. Now food, of course, there are not even just plant based products, there are also animal based products, as we just saw in the earlier one, there are eggs that comes from chicken, so it's basically just a animal based product. Plants are sources of our food. Which part of a plant? We eat many leafy vegetables, we eat fruits of some plants, sometimes roots, sometimes stem, and even flowers. Have you ever eaten a pumpkin? Well, from personal experience, I have not. But I think this would be a good time to add this. You can, and what you have to do is, you can also see this in my notes. So, by the way, all the notes, this is a good time to tell it. All the notes of this chapter are given in the description, so you can download it from them. There are Google Drive links, so it's very easy to download. One click, done. And yeah, let's continue with the chapter. Now this is a flower, use written there. You can memorize this whole diagram, so you can do that. And this is the nodes part, right? That. Alright, let's go to the next one. Figure 1.4. Different edible parts of a plant. Flowers dipped in rice paste and fried. Tried it? No, of course not. That's just ridiculous. Some plants have 2 or more edible parts. Seeds of mustard plants give us oil, and the leaves are used as a vegetable. Can you think the different parts of banana plant that are used as food? Think of more examples where 2 or more plants of a single plant are used as food. Now this is a little quiz. I want you guys to enter in the comments. Paheli wants to know, but okay, that's a very unreal name, Paheli. Paheli wants to know if any of our food comes from sources than plants and animals. Comes from sources other than plants and animals. Now I'm just gonna give you a hint. Okay. It is you. Okay, it is a liquid. I'm just going to give you that hint, and now you have to enter your answers in the comments. Let me know. Okay, so this is also a question for you. Now this you have to fill up yourself. Table 1.4. Plant parts are as food. So you can see all the food items and all. This will take quite a while, so I'm not going to cover this up in one video, because you can do this by your own, because we have already seen the previous chart. Next page. Now figure 1.6. Chana, this is an activity, you can do this by your own, and that is another activity, you can do it by your own. Okay, so figure 1.6. Chana, gram and its sprouts covered with a wet cloth. By the way, this is a real warning. Do not try taste unknown plants around you to see if they are edible. Some plants could be even poisonous, and that is including all forests and regions. Covered with a wet cloth. The next day, see if the seeds have sprouted. After washing these sprouted seeds, you can eat them. They can also be boiled, and some species and get some spices. Sorry about that, species. Come on, right? And get a tasty snack to eat. By the way, this also is healthy, so you should definitely try sprouts. I do. It's not that bad. I mean, if you boil them as chana, it's really tasty. Yum. But you can eat it. It's really good. Do you know where honey comes from? That is a very easy question. Duh. It comes from the hive, honeybees. It comes from the nectar. I mean, just whatever, let's go. Or how is it produced? What happened to my voice there? Okay. Have you seen a beehive where so many bees keep buzzing about? Bees collect nectar, sweet juices from flowers, convert it, and if you want if you want to know what is a beehive, this is called a beehive, this is called a beehive, both of them are beehives, and that is where plants honeybees store honey. It's really good honey, pure honey. You can actually eat it right from there, but of course don't, the bees will sting you into honey and store it in their hive. Into the honey, it's basically one sentence, like from flowers convert it into honey and store it in their hive. Now they do it because in the other seasons, they have not given this in the book, but I think it's really good to know. They do this because all throughout the year. Well, it is in the book, but I'm just gonna tell you now because it's really important. If you don't know anything of the chapter, just remember one thing. When we find that they are basically doing this because, like, they store nectar for their use all throughout the year, because none of the flowers are there. I'm pretty sure all you understand. Okay, let's go. Flowers and their nectar may be available for only a part of the year. That's why all part of the year. So beehives store this nectar for their use all throughout the year. When we find such a beehive, we collect the food stored by the bees and as honey. 1.5. What do animals eat? Do you have a cattle or a pet you take care of? A dog, cat, buffalo, or a goat? Personally, I don't. Okay, let's go. Now that figure 1.5, whole moon and its sprouts, a small white structure. This is basically an explanation of sprouts, so you can read that if you want, and it's actually very important. I need you to read it. It's good enough. Yeah. Do you have a cattle or a pet that you take care of? A dog, cat, buffalo, or a goat? What do we conclude from okay, no, that's the wrong page number. Very funny. Eat is also given. Fill in the blanks in the table. This is an activity, you can do it fire, so it's there. Yeah. 1.8, squirrel eating nuts. Squirrel eating nuts, that's kind of rhymes, but it doesn't. Okay. Yeah. You will then surely be aware of the food the animal eats. What about other animal? Have you ever observed that a squirrel, well, basically a squirrel, figure 1.8, pigeon, lizard, or a small insect may be eating as their food, so they are basically carnivores. This is actually activity 1.6. You can do that by your own. Paheli, again paheli. What's with that face every time in that? Okay, we have to focus on the chapter. Just look at that face, whatever. Okay. Paheli wants to know where you would place human beings while filling table 1.6. Okay, yeah. So she wants to know, write your comments. So where would you like to place humans? From my hindsight, I would place them, if you're regarding me, if I would be like where I would be standing in the herbivores, carnivores, or omnivores, I would be probably standing in the omnivores. Yeah, that's my pick. I eat both, like, but sometimes I'm like when I want to eat it, I just eat it, or I don't know. Yeah, so that's that. We know that there are many amongst us who do not get sufficient sufficient, what is it? Sufficient food. We need to find ways by which more food can be produced in the country. That will not be enough. We will need to find ways to ensure that the food is made easily available to each one of us. Keywords, these are keywords, you have to learn these, and this is a summary exercises and all. So you have to of course do the exercise. I mean, how can you not do that? So these are just some, we are going to solve them now. Let's do it. Tiger is a dash because it only eats meat. It is a carnivore. We also studied this in 5th and 4th class. Deer eats only plant products and so is called, it only eats plants, so it's called herbivore. Oops, sorry about that. I don't know if my spelling is wrong, just deal with it. Parrot eats only dash products. Eats only dash products. So it eats only dash products. Actually, you know what? I'm going to give this question to you guys. What do you think it will be? Question for you. I have my lockdown, but I'm not, of course, going to tell you because that would give it away. Okay, question for you. The dash that we drink, which comes from cows, buffaloes, and goats, is an animal product. The dash that we drink from it is the milk. We get sugar from, of course, there are lots of answers for it, but you can write whatever you want that you think is right in the chapter. You can do it, but also you can use your own the right imagination, you know. That's the thing. Yep. Things you should know about. Does everyone around us get enough food to eat? If not, why? Because we are we are getting more population and some of them are poor, so we do not have enough food to feed like everybody. What are the ways we can think to avoid wastage of food? So a wastage of food is actually something we should like run a community on, something which will really help us. Okay, so I think that wraps it up for the session. I hope you guys enjoyed this video studying this chapter, and please do all the questions for you like this one and the other ones that I said, and enter your thoughts and your comments how the video was and the answers. If you know them, very nice. If you don't worry, I have the notes down below. Please, you can click on them, and I would be very happy if you see my notes because I've very proudly made them for it. So yeah, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.